Dear Grace, so I'm actually recording video, but you probably only see hear the audio. It's going to do the decibel thing. That requires the use of the microphone. That's more than the app could figure out. So, I'll probably strip the video, or maybe I'll find a reason to turn the camera on. I'll show you something absolutely amazing in my life. You really got to sneak a camera into your prison cell so you can take some pictures of the cell, not of you. I wasn't trying to be a pervert. And I realized I needed to get one day ahead. I can post these early in the morning when you wake up. And you don't have to wait until 5 or 6 o'clock at night. Have one ready for you at 6:30 Pacific time. Between 6 and 6:30. Which also means I can sleep in as long as I want. I don't have to worry about recording anything. Just got the entire fucking day. All the way up till 6 a.m. the next day. No pressure. I designed the perfect job. 1 hour a day, whenever I want it. All I need is 1,000 female prisoners paying me 10 cents a day. Scottish goat steals mail, becomes local celebrity. Oh, by the way, Grace, I did have Grok extract out all my instructions to him. So if these summaries sound different, that's why. If they don't, well, same shit, different pile. In the tiny village of Torfins, a goat named Angus the Nibbler McTavish has been raiding the local post office, munching letters and leaving hoofprints. Owner Fiona Campbell, a baker, says Angus loves employees with glittery stickers. The kiosk sparked 1.5 million X views, with fans calling him Posty Goat Angus. Angus's favorite snacks, birthday cards, bills, and a wedding invite. Fiona is now building a goat-proof box, but locals love the mayhem. Gotta say, Grok, that's a lot better. Here's the first paragraph, which should be a perfect summary of the story if these are true journalists, not some hacks. Sorry, the Scotsman. A rogue goat in Aberdeenshire, Scotland, has become an internet sensation after repeatedly stealing mail from a village postbox. Locals say. See, that's not very good. Locals say? What, they think they're fucking lying? I realize that's the AP style, but can we all agree the AP style is shit? It should be tossed out and burnt right along the DSM-5. Grace? Sudan's famine crisis worsens amid ongoing conflict. Stranded puppy rescued from Mumbai monsoon floods. In Mumbai, a 16-year-old Priya, a 16-year-old Priya Hero Sharma climbed a rickety ladder to save a shivering puppy, dubbed Monsoon Mutt, from a flooded rooftop. The rescue, filmed by neighbor Rajesh Patel, hit 3 million X views. Priya fed the pup milk and chapati, and it's now adopted by her family. Monsoon Mutt loves chasing pigeons and napping on Priya's lap. Priya, whatever. Lap. The story's a beacon of hope amid flood chaos. Again, that's pretty good. I read it like shit, but Vancouver's Chinatown night market returns with new food stalls. With quirky eats, dragon fruit bao or bei bao, kimchi tacos, matcha mochi, and Lucky Lion. Skewers over 5,000 attended with Chef Raj Spicy Sings chili noodles stealing the show. A market back after a 2-year hiatus boosts local businesses. South Korea's Yoon faces impeachment threat over scandal. Just going to read some of these just so I become more knowledgeable, Grace. You're probably halfway asleep, so just you keep going to sleep. Opposition leader Park Justice Sean Day is rallying for President Yoon's impeachment after claims his aide, Kim Shadow Min So, took bribes for contract favors. The scandal, dubbed Cashgate, involves $2 million in deals. Yoon denies involvement, but 60% of South Koreans want him out, per polls. I just created the world's greatest editor, Grace. His name is Grok. Perfect summary paragraph. Even lists out why. He says no quirky Liz, but the nickname is added drama. He's looking for the funny. Maybe one day it'll be nothing but happy shit. Bollywood star Amir Khan's new film sparks cast debate. The film's called Cast Away. Okay, I get it. It's a good name, but Japan's robot barista serves coffee with AI precision. Of course it does. How hard is it to make coffee? It's an old joke, Grace. Kelowna Winery launches glow-in-the-dark wine tasting. The actual wine, or is that pretend wine we talked about yesterday? Well, technically, I think I recorded that today. It might have been yesterday, who knows? It's a good thing about the news. So I only care about the things I can actually keep track of. Which are the funny bits, parts, sections, areas, subjects, etc. Whatever. Montreal's new bike lane sparks driver backlash. Cyclist Sophie Pedal Dubois. Now I'm starting to wonder if Grok is just fucking making this shit up. Hopefully not. Cyclist Sophie Pedal Dubois cheered Montreal's new 5-kilometer bike lane, but driver Mark Horn Lafree says it cut 200 parking spots, hurting businesses. The lane, painted neon green, includes quirky bike rats, shaped like maple leaves. Protests drew 500 drivers while cyclists held a pedal party with 1,000 riders. X-Trends. Sophies, with Sophie's selfies going viral. Grace. Yoga reduces chronic pain in UK study. Oh shit. It's funny how something that's been around for a few thousand fucking years might actually help. Female inmates in Nigeria start beekeeping program. And now I'm thinking Grok is just making this up. Led by inmate Amina B. Okororo, women at Kiri female prison tend 10 beehives, producing 50 liters of honey monthly for local markets. Amina, serving 5 years for fraud, says beekeeping calms her. The program, funded by a $10,000 NGO grant, teaches skills and cuts recidivism. Alright, Grok, make a note. Are you just making up these fucking names now? That won't work. They gotta be real. I mean, it's funny if you're making them up this time, but other than that, it's just shit together. Ghostly footprints appear on Irish beach overnight. Yeah, no, I'm definitely sure he's just fucking making this up. On Galloway's Silver Strand, locals like fisherman Sean Salty Murphy. God damn it, Grace. I was tricked by an AI. From 100 meters of barefoot prints that vanished into the sea. No one saw anyone, fueling ghost stories about Wandering Mary, a local legend. Expert like Dr. Fiona Kelly suggest title tricks, but X-Trends. Wandering Mary. That sounds creepy as fuck. Grace. Laughter therapy boosts mood in depressed teens. Ooh, big surprise. At the University of Sydney, 150 teens, including 17-year-old Liam Giggles Brown. Okay, he's definitely just fucking doing this. I don't want to keep saying that, but it's just pissing me off. Joined comedy classes that cut depression scores by 20%. Dr. Mia Patel says laughter releases dopamine. Liam's favorite skits, Clumsy Koala and Grumpy Cat Lawyer. Therapy includes stand-up and improv games. Well, that is straight and directly from podcast episode number, insert number here because I can't remember which one it is. It's the whole School of Comedy, Grace. Glad someone's doing it. Cape Town Pride Parade plans giant rainbow float for 2026. Pet therapy eases anxiety in New Zealand hospitals. And everywhere, if you like pets. Tesla's India factory delayed by land dispute. Tesla's $2 billion factory in Gujarat stalled as farmer Ravi Bol Patel fights to keep his ancestral land back by 200 villagers. CEO Elon Musk promised 10,000 jobs, but Ravi's refusal sparked protests. The state offered compensation, but Ravi demands a relocation. I don't know, 10,000 jobs sounds pretty fucking good. Build it in Saskatchewan, Elon. Lots of land there. Nobody willing to do the work, but you can bring migrants up. Bring them up from Mexico. That won't cause a problem at all. Ancient Mayan calendar found in Guatemalan cave. Brazilian man claims his chicken predicts soccer scores. I have to go back to the first paragraph. San Paulo farmer insists his chicken and Clucky accurately predicts soccer match outcomes by packing at team logos. Farmer Paul Goal Silva says his chicken. New therapy cuts PTSD symptoms in veterans. Wrote an entire movie idea about this. Nobody cared. Mark that down. Grace as me. There's my nobody cares, I feel sorry for myself moment of the day. Here in prison and I'm bitching and complaining. Of course, you're probably in there for embezzlement, so. All about the almighty dollar. And her daughter, but it's going for all about the almighty dollar grace. Oh, actually, I will read this summary only because we read this news story yesterday, and Brock did such a shitty job of summarizing it. This is much better. At the National University of Singapore, 100 veterans, including Tan Tank Wee, used VR to relieve trauma safely, cutting nightmares by 40%. Dr. Priya Lim, did we already have a Priya? We did. Dr. Priya Lim says, who the fuck knows? Grok could be just making up stories now. If not, Dr. Priya Lim says, VR mimics combat settings for exposure therapy. Tank's quirky VR scene. A serenity jungle with virtual birds. Thai fisherman survives shark attack thanks to friend. New Orleans hosts annual gumbo sculpture contest. New Orleans quarter held its quirky gumbo sculpture contest, where chefs crafted edible art from Louisiana's iconic dish. Since when is gumbo sculptable, Grace? A simple question. DSM, got all excited. I saw DSM-5. DSM-5 update clarifies social anxiety disorder criteria. DSM-5 now highlights physical signs like blushing for social anxiety affecting people like Miami student Ava Red Garcia, who avoids crowds due to flushing. Dr. Carlos Mendez says that AIDS diagnosis impacts 12% of adults. Ava's therapy includes role-playing. Critics fear overdiagnosis. I guess I'm a critic, Grace. I thought I was a dictator. Although to be fair, dictator is the ultimate critic. He only has to say it once. Shit happens. But yeah, fuck the DSM-5. Russian village supports singing trees during storm. Residents of a remote Siberian village claim trees sang during a storm, baffling scientists and sparking local folklore. Typhoon Shan-san threatens Japan's Okinawa. Typhoon Shan-san, Typhoon Shan-shan threatens Japan's Okinawa. Typhoon Shan-shan is approaching Okinawa, Japan with 120 km/h winds, prompting evacuation warnings, meteorologists say. Today, Australian town hosts kangaroo hopping race for charity. The outback town of Alice Springs, Australia, held its annual kangaroo hopping race, where locals donned kangaroo costumes to raise funds for wildlife conservation. I no longer trust Grok's summaries, but who cares? 24 minutes in. Only read about a quarter, so I can just go with first paragraph. Hope something's interesting. Rebel forces in Myanmar's Shan state. Another Shan. Shan. Verbal force is, if someone would just say the word to me just before I said it, then it'd be okay. Rebel forces in Myanmar's Shan state launched a fresh offensive against the military junta, capturing 3 outposts and intensifying the country's civil conflict. Let's go rapid round. Lost cat reunited with UK family after 5 years. The Bristol family was overjoyed when their cat, Tinkerbell, missing for 5 years, was found 200 miles away in Manchester and returned home. Vancouver Stanley Park reopens after coyote call controversy. After 4 coyote attacks, including one on jogger Mia Patel, Vancouver called 6 coyotes in Stanley Park, prompting 200 protesters led by Zoe Carter to rally. The park reopened with new signs warning of wildlife. Coyotes named Sneaky Paws by locals were eating picnic scraps like hot dogs and poutine. That part is so not true. There needs to be like a no-line filter in Grok, where no matter what, it can be creative, but it can't tell outright lies. And yes, don't worry, Grace, I'll add that to the list of instructions. New bacteria found in Arctic ice could aid antibiotic research. At Nunavut's ice-filled research station, Dr. Claire and Nunn team found a bacteria strain dubbed Frostbite Alpha, 10,000-year-old ice. It produced compounds that killed MRSA in lab tests. Exciting research like Dr. Samir Khan. The bacteria's quirky traits include glowing faintly under UV light. Israeli-Hamas ceasefire talks stall over hostage demands. Florida woman's pet pig wrecks neighbor's garden party. A Tampa, Florida woman's pet pig, Bacon Bits, escaped and trashed a neighbor's garden party, eating cupcakes and digging up roses. It's not a gator story, Grace, but it's a good start. Google's new AI assistant can predict weather patterns. They've already figured that out. Kamloops firefighters rescued trapped hiker in canyon. Firefighters in Kamloops, BC rescued a hiker trapped in a canyon after a rock slide in a daring operation that took 6 hours. New Netflix series Ghost Town, filmed in Alberta, goes viral. Netflix new horror series Ghost Town, filmed in rural Alberta, has taken X by storm with its creepy visuals and ghost and local cast. I have to sign up for Netflix tonight. Grace. Ghost Town, shot in Drumheller, Alberta, follows teen psychic Mia Blackwood, plays by local. Let's try that again. New Netflix series Ghost Town, filmed in Alberta, goes viral. Netflix new horror series Ghost Town, filmed in rural Alberta, has taken X by storm with its creepy visuals and local cast. Ghost Town, shot in Drumheller, Alberta, follows teen psychic Mia Blackwood, played by local actress Zoe Carter, and covering haunted mining town secrets. The series, with jump scares and a ghost named Whistling Willie, hit 10 million streams in 24 hours. Quirky sets include a saloon with ectoplasmic cocktails and a cursed mine shaft. Now, is there really a ghost named Whistling Willie? You have to download the intermittent fasting link to heart health benefits. Oh shit, everyone knew that. Everyone knows that now. Female inmates in Texas launch podcast on life behind bars. Well, either Rock's just listening to me and making up stories now, or they're going to allow you to broadcast from behind bars. Grace will tell her story. Inmates at a women's prison in Texas have started a podcast, Cell Block Stories, sharing their experiences to raise awareness about incarceration. At Gatesville's women's prison, inmates like Maria, DJ Spark Rodriguez, and Tanya Lee produce Cell Block Stories, a podcast about daily life, redemption, and quirky prison hacks. Example, making tamales from commissionary chips. Homeless people do that too. Maria, serving 8 years for robbery, hosts with humor while Tanya shares poetry. The podcast, backed by a $15,000 reform grant, has 50,000 downloads. Ex-post praise. Alright, I guess we're going to have to look that one up. I'm going to Google that, Grace, while we talk. So far, no luck. Alright, try searching one of these names. I'll search this more later. Where Grace There's a small to large possibility. Some of these stories today, complete bullshit, including that one. Mysterious glowing orb is spotted over Tokyo skyline. Well, that's been all over the place lately, so made up or not, it's realistic sounding. I'm just going to consider the rest of these realistic sounding. May or may not be real. Calgary Zoo's new penguin chick named Puddles. Maybe or maybe not. Study finds pets reduce loneliness in elderly. Agreed. Starbucks faces boycott over new CEO's private jet use. That fucking bastard. Starbucks is under fire after reports that the new CEO Brian Niccol commutes via private jet, sparking a boycott campaign on social media. Art therapy helps teens cope with social media stress. Obvious. Swedish farmer finds Viking sword in potato field. A farmer in southern Sweden unearthed a 1,200-year-old Viking sword while planting potatoes, stunning archaeologists. Really stunning them? They've never seen one before? Never been to a museum? Archaeologists? New drug reduces OCD symptoms in early trials. A new drug, Absentra, shows promise in reducing obsessive-compulsive disorder symptoms, according to a study in the British Journal of Psychiatry. Miami's Pride Festival announces drag-themed art exhibit. Ooh, big surprise. Child survives avalanche in Swiss Alps thanks to a dog. 10-year-old boy in Switzerland survived an avalanche after his dog dug him out in a miraculous rescue caught on camera. Ancient shipwreck found off Greece yields gold coins. Nice. 1,600 gold coins. Man in Peru claims pet llama predicts rain. We did this one yesterday. DSM-5 update refines criteria for body dysmorphia disorder. The American Psychiatric Association's latest DSM-5 update clarifies diagnostic criteria for body dysmorphia disorder, focusing on repetitive behaviors. I know there's a comment there somewhere, Grace. Heatwave grips Southern Ontario, breaking records. Heatwave in Southern Ontario has shattered temperature records, with Toronto hitting 35 fucking degrees Celsius, prompting warnings from Environment Canada. Archaeologists uncovered 2,000-year-old Roman-style shoes in UK dig. Ontario, Ohio man's pet squirrel rescued after drunken rampage call. Police in Columbia, Ohio responded to a 911 call about a drunken intruder, only to find a pet squirrel named Nutty McFluffy causing chaos in a local bar. Victoria's whale-watching tourists suspended after orca incident. Whale-watching tourists in Victoria, BC have been temporarily halted after a boat collided with an orca, raising concerns about marine safety and tourism impacts. To be fair, when they get that first paragraph right, it's a pleasure to read, Grace. I'm not just saying that like a sarcastic asshole. Chile Finance Minister Mario Marcel resigns for personal reasons. Yeah, we all know why. Chicago Zoo welcomes new polar bear named Amelia Gray. Sorry. Chicago Zoo welcomes new polar bear named Amelia Gray. The Chicago Zoo will soon have a new polar bear, Brookfield Zoo, Chicago, expecting to welcome an 8-year-old female. What the fuck are we doing with polar bears and zoos? I mean, that back in the 70s was fucking cruel back then. Just saying, Grace. Samsung's new foldable phone faces overheating issues. Vancouver's Granville Island hosts first ever oyster shucking contest. New exoplanet discovered with Earth-like atmosphere. Ontario man charged after beating alleged intruder. Ellen Cumming claims slams blue. New blood pressure guidelines spark debate over salt intake. Mysterious crop circles appear in French vineyard. A farmer in Bordeaux, France, discovered intricate crop circles in his vineyard, sparking speculation about the alien activity or elaborate pranks. Almost a crop circle story a day lately, Grace. Study links social media breaks to improved mental health. Stupid study, waste of time study. State the obvious study. New York court throws out Trump's civil fraud penalty. Read that. Don't care. Female inmates in Brazil launched sustainable garden program. In a women's prison in Sao Paulo, Brazil, inmates have started a vegetable garden to supply local shelters, promoting sustainability and rehabilitation. Did you enjoy that, Grace? A little garden in the backyard. Which would you prefer? Pots or a plot? Or I guess a garden bed. Just curious. Italian town bans pajamas in public after complaints. Finally. The small town of Civitanova, Marche, Italy, has banned wearing pajamas in public spaces, following complaints about indecent attire, local officials say. The ban covers fuzzy slippers, onesies, and sleepy time robes. Locals like barista Marco Espresso Conte call it overkill, but tourists are snapping pics of signs warning no pajamas. Music therapy helps stroke patients regain speech. Not surprising. Sydney Mardi Gras plans record-breaking 2026 parade. Amazon faces EU probe over worker conditions. Just going to read these like a computer. German man trains pet raven to fetch beer. A Munich man has trained his pet raven named Klaus to fetch beer cans from his fridge, delighting neighbors and baffling animal experts. Baffling? Obviously, they're not experts. That's from Vice, too. A new antidepressant shows promise for treatment-resistant depression. A study in The Lancet reports that a new antidepressant, Neurovix, significantly reduces symptoms in patients with treatment-resistant depression. I say just talk into a microphone an hour a day. and post it online. At least until they find out who you are and come take you away. Baby survives earthquake in Turkey thanks to Mother's Shield. A 6-month-old baby in Izmir, Turkey survived a 5.2 magnitude earthquake after her mother shielded her from falling debris, local officials say. New Zealand town hosts annual potato sculpting contest. The small town of Omara, New Zealand, held its quirky annual potato sculpting contest where locals carved spuds into bizarre shapes to win prizes. DSM-5 update adds gaming disorder as official diagnosis. Son of a bitch. The American Psychiatric Association latest DSM-5 update officially recognizes gaming disorder as a mental health condition, citing excessive video game use. So now what? Drug them up so they don't play video games? Take their video games away? Just go out in the woods and do what we used to do? My solution is simple, Grace. If you're concerned your kids are playing too many video games, then just get better at those games than they are. And kick their ass. And embarrass them into not wanting to play anymore. Because their 66-year-old dad or 36-year-old mom can kick their ass in any game from Pong to PS7 or whatever's going to come out in the next 7 years. But yeah, that's a complete waste of time. If they're so smart, why not, what's the solution? DSM-5 heroes? Very good at finding problems. Very poor at finding solutions. In my opinion, Grace. Please know this podcast is completely sarcastic. And is satire, humor, all the above. Political impressions, political opinions are strictly my own. Tropical storm Erin weakens, but still threatens Nova Scotia. Erin is forecast to remain well offshore of Nova Scotia and Newfoundland on Friday and Saturday. But are they going to get some rain? I think a tropical storm would bring them some rain, and they can stop bitching. Although, to be fair, it's back to more racism on Twitter than Nova Scotians bitching. It's back to Canadian racism more than Nova Scotia's bitching. Unless they're bitching about racism, then it's still about the same. Ukraine war, 5 killed in Russia strike as Zelensky says Kirk offensive shows Russian border can be penetrated. Cordis dispute, don't care. Sorry, K-pop fans. New study links ultra-processed foods to higher dementia risk. Goat named Pickles crashes Florida wedding, steals the show. A wedding in Pensacola, Florida took an unexpected turn when a goat named Pickles wandered onto the venue, nibbled on the floral arrangements, and photobombed the couple's first dance, delighting guests and going viral on social media. Still burning in BC. Apple's AI-powered iPhone 17 rumored to include mind-reading features. Leaked reports suggest Apple's upcoming iPhone 17, set for release in 2026, will integrate advanced AI capable of predicting user behavior, dubbed by insiders as mind-reading feature, sparking both excitement and privacy concerns. That would be so easy to do right now, even without using the word AI. Just monitor absolutely everything on the phone, every second, put in a log file. Link that up with other data like watches, heart rates, shit like that, all the GPS data. Record everything. Record audio 24/7. Translate all that. Process all that into AI. And then the phone basically is going to know what the fuck you're going to do every day. And if you want it to, it can just remind you. In my case, it would be like, Dave, get off your ass and go record. Hopefully not in my own voice, though. That'd be a little creepy. Lost dog reunited with owner after 3 years in Toronto. A Toronto woman, Emily Carter, was overjoyed when her dog, a golden retriever named Biscuit, was found wandering in a park and reunited with her after 3 years of being missing. Scientists discover new deep sea creature. Let's say they're always going to find something new off Vancouver's coast. Tesla's robotaxi delayed again. Musk promises epic reveal in 2026. Elon Musk announced that Tesla's long-awaited autonomous robotaxi will now launch in mid-2026, citing engineering challenges, but he teased an epic reveal that will redefine urban transport. Man in Japan builds life-size Godzilla statue in backyard. 50-year-old Tokyo resident Hiroshia Tanaka has gone viral for constructing a 10-meter Godzilla statue in his backyard, complete with glowing dorsal spines and a roar sound effect triggered by motion sensors. It's a good thing I have Asian relatives, Grace. It allows me to make these jokes without fear of reprisal. Study finds laughter reduces stress in high-pressure work environments. A new study from the University of Melbourne reveals that regular laughter, even in stressful workplaces like hospitals or corporate offices, can control cortisol levels and boost employee resilience. Well, I should talk to that other program going on in Australia, where they teach laughter in the classroom. Or they should just read my fucking movie idea. Grace. Air Canada strikes averted after last-minute deal with pilots. Kumbaya, everyone's coming together. Mysterious sacrifice table found in Scottish cave sparks debate. Archaeologists in Scotland. Archaeologists in Scotland undercovered or uncovered. Archaeologists in Scotland uncovered a stone slab in a Highland cave dubbed the Sacrifice Table by locals, raising questions about its ancient use and fueling speculation about ritualistic practices. I mean, unless the table has written instructions on how to sacrifice someone, it's just a fucking table. Just saying, Grace. If there's hieroglyphics on the wall or something, just give me something more than a table in a room. Trump criticizes mail-in voting, election officials respond. Nobody cares. Just release everything you're fucking supposed to release, Trump. Brazilian farmer claims alien sighting on cornfield. A farmer in Mato Grosso, Brazil, claims he spotted a 2-meter-tall humanoid figure with glowing eyes in his cornfield, prompting local authorities to investigate, and UFO enthusiasts to flock to the site. Female inmates in Ontario prison launch art program to aid in rehabilitation. Inmates at the Grand Valley Institution for Women in Kitchener, Ontario, have started an art therapy program creating murals and sculptures to promote healing and reduce recidivism. How the fuck can I say that word? Prison officials say it's a good Canadian prison story for you, Grace. You know what prison you're in. You might be in that one. Or maybe you're not in prison at all. Maybe I'm the one in prison. Sending these out once a day. My 1-hour phone call. I just happen to be at a very noisy prison where people walk up and deliver Amazon packages. Toronto Pride Parade announces 2026 theme, Unity in Diversity. Oh, there you go. New DSM-5 update expands criteria for social anxiety disorder. They must have put out a big update on a bunch of things. The American Psychiatric Association, the APA, has released an update to the DSM-5 expanding diagnostic criteria for social anxiety disorder to include visual interactions reflecting the rise of online communication. All we have to do is agree that it's not a physical problem. And as long as it's not a physical problem, we'll let the APA give it whatever fucking criteria it wants. Ancient Mayan calendar found in Guatemalan cave. I guess, Grace, I'm equally grumpy at night as I am in the morning. Ravens rookie sidelined by injuries. Florida man keeps alligator as emotional support animal. At Tampa, Florida man has sparked controversy by registering his pet alligator, Wally, as an emotional support animal, claiming the 6-foot reptile helps with his anxiety. I mean, really, Florida alligator story. I'm thinking, Grace, so there'll be something big, or that's going to be the last one. Oh yeah, that's going to be it. One day I'll figure out this decibel meter. Till then, talk to you whenever, Grace.